We are live. Okay, so the third session into this project, and it's getting there. Like, it's there in the most part. It's just working out the templates more than anything else, but it is getting there for sure. It's getting there. And what I'm looking at here is all the things that I need. And yeah, sort of get straight into it really. I'm going to go to my task list here. Create cover. Right, I've done all that. Create title, image. I believe I've done that one. Singular paragraph, cool, group of 2, group of 3, group of 4, big text, small image, loop, list. That's going to be a toughie, that one. But let's go ahead with group of 2, group of 3, group of 4, and I've been sort of tempted to separate these out, but then I thought, actually, if I abstract all of this, well, I thought about putting this all into one like group, and then how many arguments come after it is how much it does the grouping by, but I think it's been one abstraction too far, so I'm not going to do that. Let's get going with the group of 2 first. Now, the group of 2 normally comes in, if I get my thing, let's get this, looks like this. Okay, so I have this card, and I have this, the title, and I have the text, and I have and or versus, something along those lines. Let's have a look at it. So and on that one. I do have a versus one somewhere, but that's what I do. So the format of which is going to be H2 tag, maybe H3 tag, text, divider, H3 tag, text. That's the format of it. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm going with. So I'm just wondering if I come to, I think these ones are going to be more complicated. So it's going to have a little bit more of a touch point. Very much a touch point, but we'll see how that goes. Let's go to templates and group of 2. Okay. So I'm just going to come straight into my agent, to be honest, and say my group of 2 template and function in slide generator is what I want to work on next. The format of the Markdown will be the title, text, divider, title, text. Both title and text will be a blue card with the cyan accent for the title and the text color. for the text. I think that's about it. Let's run it, see what happens. And whilst that's running, I'm going to grab my Markdown. So I'm going to have to run this. I'm just going to take all of this out for now. I'm sort of happy that stuff's working. And this is going to be group of 2, like so. I should really have 2. No, that's not what I wanted. How do I change desktop? I don't know. Let's find out. Mac virtual desktop shortcut. Control left and right arrow, is that it? Do I have to create it first? I don't know how to get to mission control. What's the shortcut for mission control? How do I get to that? F3. No, nothing's working. Well, we just have to deal with it. So keep that, and the slide generator. Oh, it's got the divider wrong. The divider will be a word like and or versus etc. I love how MCP, like its means of security, is just saying, "Please be nice. please be nice to us. Please don't use this in a bad way. Please." As they say, the S in MCP stands for security. All right, keep that. I don't need it. I don't need it. It's fine. Stop. It's stopped. Stop now. Just stop. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my main and let's run this. Select my test file. Hey, Akash, how's it going? So yeah, grab my tests. Like so. And then I've got this here. So the function is called. Do you want to refresh for me, please? Okay, so I've got 2 cards. That's not quite right. That's not right at all. So let's go 1. Some text to go below versus 2. Some other text for the other thing. Okay, perfect. Right, so the 2 cards need to be one on the left and one on the right, and the background color should be, let's quickly go to my card blue. Dash card blue. See, I name variables, obviously, like this is what obviously this variable means, and then I forget what the variable is, and I go, well, what did I call that variable? What did I call the variable that I needed for blue cards? Card blue. Of course. Keep that. Skip that. It's eager to use MCP, but I don't want to use it. So let's go over to here. Okay, well, I'm going to have to close this. And then run main again. Select the tests. Okay, and then let's get rid of that one. Make a change here. Okay, couldn't be more wrong. Could not be more wrong. So let's get into it. So we're in group of 2. So I'm going to go to my slide generator first. Group of 2, a group of function called with args. Expect args in the form of text divider. Do that. A word which will be and or versus etc. Okay, put that in there. Get rid of that. Okay. Prefer explicit markdown divider. So that's wrong. If divider. Okay, if arg strip in that. No. It's always going to be 5 lines, right? So this is how I'm looking at it. It's always going to be 5 lines. And it's always going to be title text, divider, title text. Yeah, it's got this completely wrong. And then here, nope, that's the wrong one. Let's go to group of 2. So card, group of 2, slide flex. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Group of 2 slide. So, okay. Let's go back to the result here and just go to inspect and check my layouts and things. Okay, let's go here. Display flex direction column. I don't want to change that to row. Is that the issue? Can I not change it in the doodah? Row. Yeah, so I want it in row. Yeah, that's a bit of a mess at the moment. Okay, that's fine. But I want flex direction row. Let's copy, thank you. So that should hopefully There we go. Okay, so we've got it side by side. That's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually thinking about just taking all this out. I think what it's generated is garbage. Garbage. And what does it return? Template render args. Okay. Okay, let's break this down into a much better. Let's get rid of this. And I'm going to say this slide expects 5 arguments. Left title, left content. Whoops, optional. Optional. I call it connector because I think it's saying divider is confusing it. Get rid of this. Stop it. Stop it. Why are you being like this? Get rid of that. Like that, okay. For argument 1, title, I'm actually thinking I could just send it, you know, like that, and just deal with the arguments on the other side. Save that. And then when I come to group of 2, I can just access it here. args1, args0, args1. Okay, cool. I'm going to stop that. Stop that. And come to main, run. Get rid of that. Select the test deck. Bring this over here. Make a change. Okay, there we go. Perfect. There we go. Wait, what? No. Where's group 2? Oh, this needs to be arg3s and then arg4. And then here put a p tag and then do args. This is args3. And pipe that to safe, like so. Oh, that is, oh, good catch. That is actually maybe 2. Class connector, yeah, go on. And then I can do, yep, okay, yep, go on. Go on then. Do I have to make a change? Okay, so we sort of got something. And I mean sort of got something. Let me just quickly put a H3 tag in here. And then we can get, so it's sort of almost there. Sort of being the optimum word. Sort of. Sort of. So yeah, what I'm going to do is let's go to inspect and presentation. Cool. Slide group of two slide. Okay. Card. Cool. Connector. And then versus what? And then another P. Card. Okay. So group of two slide. Group of two slide flex space between. What's happened over here then? 1 0 1 2 3 4. Okay. Connector, yeah. So why is this giving me an extra? Why is this giving me an extra one? And then it's put the verses in here. Oh. Because I could just stick it in here. I've forgotten. Converting from Markdown. I'm converting from Markdown, guys. And I don't need this. And I don't need this. I don't need that. And I don't need that. I just need the divs. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's save that. Reload. And go inspect. I think I need to make a change. Okay, there we go. Right, okay, that's starting to kind of make sense now. Still some things to sort out, obviously. So let's go with the padding first. So this, I will need padding. Padding 2, yeah, let's go with that. Do I have to make a change? Yes, okay, there we go. Let's have a look at the other ones, just check what the slide. Interesting. There's no padding on any of the other ones. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. And let's go card title, card text. I've gotten rid of these, so I can get rid of these. I've just got card, yep, fine, connector, fine. And I'm also going to go dot group of two slide H2, yep. Dot group of slide 2 dot card H3, yep. And I'm also going to do color dash dash no, I don't want to do that. Accent dash cyan. And then, ooh, whoops, move that down to there, hit save, make a change, come back here, Okay, cool. All right, okay, we're looking good, we're looking good. Now, what I want to do, let's go back to my Figma for a second. I'm not entirely sold. I've left aligned it here, and I'm never entirely sold on this. But obviously, the connector has to be bigger. Okay, there we go. All right, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. But the text in the card. So I'm going to grab that, stick it here, and then put this one as .card, like so. Make a change. Oh, because I haven't changed anything, that's why. Hudoi doi. Do this. Change this to text dash white. Oh, whoops. There we go. Do a little change. There we go. Okay. It's starting to look like something now. So it would kind of like look like that. One thing versus the other thing. I think I prefer it like this, you know, rather than what I've got in my Figma. Weirdly, I've just sort of fallen onto design while messing around with the CSS to go, actually, this kind of looks a little bit better. I think I need a little bit of margin on the text though. So let's kind of come in here and no, I want the card text margin, and so we go 3 vertical height and 0. Let's quickly make a change here and get the update. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. I'm tempted to set the height of the card. Let's set the height of the card. Let's set the height of the card and see what it looks like. Card, here we go. And we'll put the height as 10 VH. VH is very small. I thought 100 VH was like 100%. That actually looks like 10%, to be fair. Great job. Yeah. So let's go 50. Yeah, nice. I'm sort of, hang on. Display flex direction column. Yeah, go for that. Yeah, let's do space around. See what that does. I'm now just designing in CSS now. Oh, I'm kind of liking that instead, to be honest. Over here. Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer that. I could probably take the margin out as well. Let me just go to my Figma real quick. Apps. Oh, that's a bit boring. Let's find a more interesting one. Let's go for this one. Technical excellence versus market relevance. And then come down to text over here. And then this bit over here. Yeah, yeah. This is it. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I want. I could probably have a little bit more border radius on here, on the card. Let's go up to 4. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And as I change the aspect ratio, let's see how it goes. Yeah, perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Yeah, okay, that's that done. That's done. It's done. That one's done. Let's go back to the to-do list. Let's go to task and go to group of 2 and do this one. Perfect. So let's come over to, well, first things first, let's commit and go group of 2. Group of 2 done. Commit that. Save and commit all changes. Thank you very much. Perfect. Okay. I don't know why this is having such a mare. I'll get rid of that. Doesn't need to happen. Doesn't need to exist. Okay, so group of 3 and group of 4 are the next ones. Group of 3. Well, that's group of 4, so we're not going to be too far. But group of 3 is like this. Good, yeah, yeah. Happy with that. So what I will have is slide group of 3, and then that will be 1, some text here, 2, whoops, 2, some other text, and 3, some text to finish, like so. Okay, so that's what I've got. I don't know why I did that one differently. Let's go to a H3 tag for that one and come down here. Okay, so group of 3 function called down here. Okay, perfect. and then can do some kind of a similar thing with, okay, here we go. So then can do some kind of similar thing as this. And in fact, I'm gonna sort of use this as a basis. Group of 3. Let's use this as a base. Now, it's going to be arg0, args1, and then get rid of that. This is going to be args 4 and 5. And then I want to stick another div. Whoops. Class. In fact, what I can do is just do that. You read my mind. There we go. Like so. And then, okay, cool. And I'm going to change this to group 3, thank you. And 3, thank you. 3, thank you. Yep. 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 Okay, perfect. There we go. So display flex space in between. Yep. I think that's fine. Group of 3, slide card. I've got all of the same settings, which I think is going to be fine. That's going to be fine. That I don't need. Now, I might have to make this a little smaller. I don't know, but let's find out. Let's make that change. Wait for the reload. Wait for the bound for the reload. There we go. Okay, cool. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but something. There's a way. It's just, I can't remember what it is. There's a way of doing. Let's. How do I add a spacing between? Is it space between? I've got a feeling it's space between items in a flex box. I've just realised that's using my local model. That's going to take a while. it's going to spend a bit of time. Oh, no, not too bad. Not too bad. All right, CodeGemma, go. This is the 2 billion model of CodeGemma running locally on my machine. Although now it's gone all the way to talk about blue. And all I wanted to know was the space between, so I don't know. But let's come back up here. Slider 3 card. So it puts padding. Border radius, yep, fine. What about this one? Gap. Oh, it's just gap. Is it gap? On the card. Is it on the card? Okay, let's gap. There it is. Let's go 3M for now. Let's make a change over here. Get the reload. No, no is the answer to that question. Let's come into here. Right, okay. Column gap. No, that can't be it, because otherwise it would give me 48 pixels. No, 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Yeah, column. Hang on, it's gonna be column gap. I think. Let's take that out and come back up here and stick that in there. Save, please. There we go. Let's add a bit of text in here. Make it the change. Is it going to give me the refresh? There we go. There we go. There we go. It's gap. It's just gap. That's it. It's just gap. What do you want to do? Create a gap? Gap. I feel like it's going to be a bit squashed in. I'll put some actual example text in there in a second. But yeah, the gap can be narrower. I'm sort of tempted to just do it. I'll just do 5 vertical width. Make the change, get the upload, get the update, come on, get the refresh, bound to the reload. Thank you. Okay. Let's look at my Figma for a sec. Yeah, it's a lot closer. Okay, maybe 1? Is 1 gonna make sense? Normally it's about say big. I think it kind of works. I think it kind of works, you know? I'll have a go over at 2. Give it a little bit more room, but give it a little bit more room to breathe. Yeah, okay. Okay, that looks good. Let's put some actual text in here and get an idea of sort of where we're at on this. I might have to make the text a tad smaller. Okay. Okay. It looks good. It looks good. I'm sort of happy with that. I guess there's more of a chance of it. If there's 2 and it's sort of slightly misaligned, I don't think it's really that much of a deal. But like 3, how do I do this? Align items, top. Do we get top? Does top work? Does top make sense? That didn't do anything. It did nothing. It did nothing. Flex start. Let's go flex start. Oh, do you know what? I'm putting it on the wrong one. That's why. Need to put it in the card. That's not worked. I mean, it's flex start because it's flex start here. Oh no, is this where I want to put it on top? Alright, I'm struggling now. If I do a little space between. Do a little space between, see what I get out of that. Got a few viewers in. How's it going? I hope everyone's having a good evening, by the way. Just to sort of explain. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's good. That looks good. I like that. I like that. That way, because these are more likely to be sort of weirdly shaped. So to explain what I'm doing here, I'm doing a lot of work where I do webinars and presentations, and I have to create a lot of slides, basically. And normally what I would do is come into Figma, and when I'm in Figma, I would go through, I've created a bunch of templates and I'd create each slide and I'd sit there and I'd go through it. And it kind of got a bit annoying because, as you can see, like the amount of slides I end up creating is quite numerous, to say the least. I'm doing at least one every week and I actually want to go up to 3 a week. So yeah, basically I want to start doing presentations in my main YouTube channel, talking about the concepts of product and go to market for any software developer looking to become a founder. That's what I want to do. But the idea of coming in and having to create all these slides in Figma just filled me with dread, if I'm honest. If I'm brutally honest, it filled me with dread. So the idea behind this project is, because I always start off in Obsidian, right? I will come in and you know, here's a great example of, you know, I'll just write a bit of text and I'll just be like, okay, yeah, cool. You know, let me just get my thoughts down. Let me kind of get my opinion down. Let me shape that into a space. I just thought, actually, if I can just format it in a certain way, then I can go from a Markdown file to my slides immediately and not have to worry about it, because I'm always using the same sort of layouts. And when I do get a little bit complex and I have to make kind of an interesting diagram, then I can open up Figma and just export it as an image and just show that. I just blankly go, right, just show this thing. And part of what I've got here, if you have a look, is just like, just ship the product, scope creep is the devil, the optimization's creep full of your app, you know, it kind of just goes in. This is what a presentation would start off as. So I'm like, right, okay, well, I need to go from here. I can just jump in and I put in this slide with the $sign, right? It picks up this in my script it then looks at this and calls the function called group of two, and then sends the next lines, each line as an argument, to a template file. And then I'm going through the template files now to style them like the layout of my Figma. And this is how I can kind of do this. So I can kind of come in and put in, for example, slide, and put in cover, and I can say how to gain users fast, and then I can put in go to market is everything you need to get it right. And what's happening down here is sort of updating the it's updating, as you can see down here, it's like refreshing down in my terminal in the bottom right corner. It's refreshing the page. So now I have a cover just simply by typing this in my Markdown files, and I kind of get this layout, which is normally my cover slide. So it just picks up the template, good to go kind of thing. So I can just sit there and just type out and type out and type out, and even then I can put the slides in between what I'm writing, because that tends to be how I think, is that I will just think and just blurb, and then I'll just start shifting things around for it to make sense, and then I'll sort of add little bits here and there, and then I'll start going, okay, well, this bit is the bit I want to talk about, the corresponding slide is this. I can just add it in line, and then it will just go in order from top to bottom, and that's the project, essentially. I hope that was interesting for people. But it looks like I've done the group of 3 now, which is this one. So lastly is the group of 4. And yeah, that one's going to be a little bit more interesting. The group of 4 is going to be a little bit more interesting because it's going to be a grid, like so. I don't think I've ever used it. I have used CSS Grid, but not for a long time. I struggle to remember how to use it. I don't know whether I should do a row at the top, flex that, do a row at the bottom, flex that, give it both a fixed, I don't know, hang on, grid CSS. I know there's something fiddly with grid. I know that for certain. There's something fiddly, and it caught me out last time and just thought, why did I do this to myself? Grid template columns. I don't know. This is the layout. Like, let's go to Gemini. I am zooming a little bit. I am creating a small web page. I need to have four cards, equally sized and equally spaced, but responsive to the viewport. Do I lay out with Flexbox or grid? Let's see what the robots say. CSS is your best friend for a specific layout, although Flexbox is very capable runner-up since you want equally sized, equally spaced cards that respond to the viewport. Grid handles math much more effort. Okay, cool. All right, let's go with grid. Let's go with grid. Again, I think I maybe did this once and messed it up the last time I did it. I'm pretty sure I messed up grid last time I did it. So let's do grid again and mess it up again. Why not? I've got no water. I'll get up and get some more in a sec. Right. So card container, display grid. Okay. So I'm going to nick the group of 3 and change that to 4. And then I'm going to stick in another one here and say 4th. Some text for the 4th one. There we go. So that's all set up now. So that's going to send it. You can see it kind of going off in my terminal now. That's going to send it. I'll get the code up actually for the people just joining. So as I go away. So as I have on modified, it'll refresh the whole page. And then this is just for me when I run the program, I can select the file. And once it does that, I've got a basic bit of HTML that I stick in to start off with. But effectively, it will. Where are we? Here we go. So for lines in lines, if it's got the slide, it will say, okay, this is something I want to be interested in. And it will take all the subsequent lines as arguments and push it through to a function called slide generator. And then whatever I type, it will match to the function. So I can come down to, some of them are a little bit more complicated than other ones, but I can come down to group of 4. So it's going to come to here. And if I come here, yeah, group of 4 function called. So then it's going to grab this and it's going to say, okay, get the group of 4 template, which is this one. And then it's just going to use this as a Ginger template. Now I've got nothing else in here but a paragraph text. So as I do that, it's updated it. And let's go here to presentation. And you can see like it's completely messed it up because all of the layouts are completely bonkers. So that's what you get. So let's do some grid. Figure out if this is going to work or not. And you're going to witness me completely messing up, no doubt. But hopefully we can get it right eventually. But I would ask, I would appreciate a subscribe and a thumbs up, big time. I'm a very small, very, very small channel. And my whole channel is not so much creating stuff. Well, the lives are going to be me building things, but my actual videos is what I'm good at, right? And what I've been doing for years, which is helping, basically getting products into the world, getting paid users in, going to market, all that kind of stuff. And that's going to be my main videos. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, then please do subscribe. I would massively appreciate it. Back to grid. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to need 4 divs to start off with. How well will it figure this out? Brilliantly. It figured it out perfectly. Great. Fantastic. Love it. So So these are my 4 cards. Now I want the cards to be similar to the group of 3. Let's bring this over a little bit like that. And we'll stick this up here for now. Like so. And I could probably just bring this into here. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Keep that. Get rid of 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 that. Okay. So I'll just edit in here for now. Okay. So here's my group of 4. I should be able to make a change, hit save, and get the update. There we go. So it updates. Cool. And I'm actually going to cut that out. So when I get the update, it updates where I need it. Perfect. Okay. So group of 4. This is where we're at. And actually I can open up the group of 3 as well, because I'm going to nick stuff from there. Namely this. Oh, actually, let's start here. Hit that. So let's do a bit of this. Like so. So display, I want to be grid. Like so. What did Gemini give me? Template, grid template columns. Grid template columns. Repeat. Auto dash fit. And then it's giving me like a min-max thing. I'm just going to take that and see what it does. Figure it out later. Gap will keep. Padding will keep. We can get rid of flex direction. Oh, I've got 2 lots of padding. How did that happen? It's fine. Let's get rid of that one. Okay. Oh no, do I want to get rid of that one actually? There we go. So let's save that. Make a change over in this one. Okay. Oh, it's something very weird. Am I looping through this twice? Yes, I am. Let's get rid of that. Hit save, and let's move that closer. There we go. Save. Oh no, I need. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. That's exactly what I want. Oh no, let's grab that. Okay, so it does do this wrapping thing. I do want to maintain it as, I bet that's the min thing. The min max. I'll come back to that. Let's do the cards next. So let's come back here and do dot group. Yep, thank you very much. Card. Okay, let's just see what it gives us and go from there. Oh my days, it's so close already. We're a little bit too big. That's for sure. Because we've got this is sort of going over to the next one, but that's good. That's because of the height, actually. That's going to be the height that's the problem. Let's give it 25. In fact, let's get rid of the height. It might auto do it. And let's Save that one. The auto height is weird. Okay. Okay, the auto height is weird. Okay, so let's do. It's because there's the gap as well, right? And I've got the gap of 2, which is going to put the 2 in there. So 49. No, still too big. Maybe I just go like that, 40. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. That is looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, I'm going to need grip 4 slide cards H2. Yeah, that's exactly it. And dot grip 4 slide dot card H3. Yeah, and grip slide. Right. Okay then. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I wanted. Now in this one, the text does need to be smaller. Let's bump that down to 2. Oh. 3. Okay, 3, bit better. And the card. Let's change this to space between, like the other one. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, that's coming along now. Now, the last thing I need to do is figure out this thing, because look, it does this, and I think that's the min max. So I'm going to do 1FR and see what that does. Break everything, no doubt. Yep, break everything. Yep. But this is the point of the template. So if I do 1FR, one FR. Any CSS experts in the watching, please do point me in the right direction. Oh no, that didn't do it. So grid template, columns. The repeat function can save some type in repeat 8. Where's grid template? Can I do? Yeah, I can do grid template rows. So if I do grid template rows, repeats, and then auto dash fits 1FR. I think I just need to do 1FR. Okay. No, that didn't do it. Okay. I always I always have 4 cards, and I always need 2 columns and 2 rows. Right, let's see what that does. I was close. I was close. Take out the repeat. 1FR, 1FR. Get rid of that. 1. Yep. 1FR, 1FR. Yep. Let's put the comment in there so I remember, because I won't remember. Let's come here, save that. And get the reload. Okay, so if I... Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I want. Let's go for... Let's go back to Figma for a second and grab one of my 4x4s. Like so. And then put that over there. Put this over here. Strategic. Intuition, communication. For these are pain points. There we go. Okay, let's see. Save that, bring that down here. There we go. Okay, yeah, no, that looks good. That looks real good. That's exactly what I want. Okay, yeah. Super. I got grid right. I did grid. Didn't expect it, but I did grid. I'm happy with myself that I did grid. You know, I am certain that I messed it up last time in a really big way. So, yeah, getting grid right that time. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, let's go over to... I've closed my tasks. Let's go over to tasks. And group of 2, done. Group of 3, done. Group of 4, done. Okay, cool. Let's commit. Let's commit. Oh, group. Slides complete. And let's add that. Let's add that. Fantastic. Right, we've committed. We've committed. to that. We have committed to that. We are in. Let's go back here. Now, what else we got on the list? Oh, we can do that. We can do that. So we're getting create big text, small image. Okay, that one's going to be an interesting one. So big text, small image is this. This is big text, small image. Really, it's. I've sort of got two of them really, but I don't need two of them, so I keep using them in the same way, like this. Where else? Where else do I have one? Where else? Where else? Oh, here we go. Here's one. So that's what it looks like. I started off half and half, but I sort of changed it a little bit. That one's half and half. Maybe it's half and half. Well, I can just do a. I can just float that. I can just, sorry, not float it. I can just flexbox it. Just do flexbox row. Okay, let's do that one. So let's come back to test deck and come down here and do slide. And I've called this one something a little bit too much. Big text, small image. Big text, small image. There we go. So I can put in a H2 tag for this, and this is sort of my first version of it, just doing it typically as I do it, but generally I'm going to sort of come in here and these, I'll do it for all the H tags. So how I will change, you know, if I've got a bit more text written here and I need to make it smaller, then I'll just change the heading type to another one. So slide big text, small image. Here is the text on the left, and then we'll do an image. And let's go get an image. Let's go Tony Storm today. I want timeless Tony Storm. Let's grab this one. Copy image address. Okay, got it. Bingo, bango, bongo. So let's come in here and put that in there. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Right, we've got that in there. Let's hit save. And now this is going to update. Are you going to give me the update? There we go. Cool. Now, let's go to, we can close group of 4 and open big text, small image. There we go. So get rid of this. And what am I using at the moment? I'll do H2 and H3. Yes, I want the gold accent. That's for the image. but I do want to do. Nope, don't want that. Let's delete all this out. I do want to put a H3 in here. Oh, whoops. Like so. Now, this is going to just get 2 arguments. All right. And so I can say args 0. Oh, is it going to give me everything? Let's get rid of that and change that to 1. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to need again to do a bit of flexbox blockage. Thank you. But this is actually going to be row. And let's do that. Okay, let's come to test deck. Let's hit save. All right, whatever. Oh, that's done something wrong. That's done something very wrong. Row, line name in center, justify contact center, padding. Let's take that out for the minute. Oh, these 2 things need to be in divs. That's why. Put that in there. Div. Like so. Right, let's give that one a go. Nope, still broken. So I change it to column. Does it still mess up? So I've got image and I've got text. Let's inspect this real quick. So presentation, cool, div. And it's put it in as a p tag for some reason. Why is it? I am mightily confused. So that's that there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is positioned correctly. The slide itself is positioned correctly. But why is this all the way over here? I'm going to give it a class of item and give this a class of item, and then come down here and do dot and do that and then do that. Okay, so I'm just going to create item and see if that No, it doesn't. I'm really confused. Let's just put some text in it for now. Left, eh? Make more sense. Let's go back to big text, small image. Okay, we're still like right over here, so let's kind of come down here and figure this out. Display flex. Flex direction row. Align item center, justify content center. And this is this. And this is not in my div. There we go. That was the issue. Args 0. Yes, please. Okay, cool. Right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Maybe I need grid again. I think that's where I'm at. I need to use grid again. Because I need these two things to be the same size. I can do that. I can do that in item. Width 40, vertical width, like so. Yeah, see, that gives me a, well, sort of. That looks slightly widened. I don't know, I'll inspect. Yeah, it's not quite filling. The image is sort of not filling the space. And then I could put my gap 5 vertical width like so. So the image height auto width. Oh, here we go. That's why. Let's come here. No, still. It's still going to be in that paragraph tag as well, just to make it even more annoying. So yeah, I'm Where's my... There we go. Can I do it as 100%? So do width at 100%, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that now fills it. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I'm never going to go that narrow. Might go a little bit wider though. Okay, so if I go too thick, yeah, because that's around about 16 by 9. That's pushing it. So the height, if I do a min max, so at minimum I want it to be auto, but max I want it to be 90 VH. So if I now grab this, oh, that's not right. Did I get that the wrong way around? Is that where I'm stuck? Should I have done the minimum? I think I did that the wrong way around. 90 VH and auto. No, that's still not right. Let's go to the chat. I need the image to not go above 90 VH, but otherwise be auto. I've just realised there's something like that. There is something that is like just aim for this and then just do max. No, it's losing its mind. It's losing its mind. Let's cut down it, put that down there, and let's put it in here. No, undo that. Grab this. I need the height of the image to not exceed 90 VH. Otherwise, I want it to be auto. Maintain the aspect ratio of the image. Okay. Max height. Yep, okay. Object fit contain height auto. Okay. Do you know what? I just overthought that way too much. I really did overthink that. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, cool. Look, now it doesn't go over the screen. I'm never going to go that narrow. But here we go. There we go. Okay, another one done. Another one bites the dust. I could give it a little bit more room. Let's go to inspect. Yeah, I could get rid of the padding. Where are we? Gap? No. Border radius, that's fine, that's fine. Item, margin. Let's do space between, what does that give us? Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit more room. And that means I can pull in the gap a little bit. Yeah, nice. Nice. Happy with that. Happy with that. Okay, so let's come down to this one. Do this. Do that. And I'm going to come here and commit big text, small image, complete. And yep, save all and commit, please. Thank you. Perfect. Right. Awesome. Right. Getting there, making progress. So the About Me page needs to be a thing. This is kind of awkward because it's like I probably need to get an image from my website. I have to serve it from my website actually, I think. So I've got About Me, I've got Sign Off, and that's like the main ones that I use. And then I've got this loop one, create loop list, and that's going to be tough. I don't even know where to start with that. Oh, what are we doing on time? Okay, we're doing all right on time. So what I might do is do the About Me, which is pretty much going to be fixed, to be honest. It is, well, pretty much going to be fixed. It's going to be fixed. Like, there is nothing else to really say about that. And the same with the sign off page. The sign off page is going to be fixed. So we could just put the arguments straight in. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do the About Me first. Come here. And About Me. And save. called with no arguments. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. That's what I was waiting for. And the about me is this one here. That's simply it. Now, where do I put this? Do I put this in the HTML? Or do I put it in... Do I put it in HTML or do I put it in the function? I think I just put it in the HTML, you know. There's no point doing it in any other way, really. So let's come here and just go straight to about me, like so. And we're just going to go straight and get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of this. And about me slide. Okay, so we're going to have two divs. Get rid of that. So I'm going to have two divs like that, which is great. And then I'm going to immediately put in my flex like so. Let's get rid of that. Oh, get out. Like so. Okay. That's some sense. Some sense. And in this one, I'm going to have an image. And I'm going to go to my website. So then we go to Shafts Coaching / well, I can use the Launchpad one actually. So I've got this image here, which is kind of this is what I'm trying to do anyway. Copy image address. And then come into source. Put that in there. Me with a pineapple on my head. Wearing a pineapple t-shirt, shirt even. Which I do have to lose weight to get back into, just to be clear on that one. And smiling, yeah, why not? So that's that one, and then this one is going to be a unordered list, and then this item like so. Like that. Let's go here, save that. Get the refresh. Okay, right, so without a doubt, gonna need some stuff to fix this. But I'm gonna get my Figma up so I can just copy it from here. Let's go. Oh, whoops! I hit the wrong button. My music stopped as well. Let's grab. Let's go back to the lo-fis. There we go. How's everyone doing out there? Is everyone else working? Is everyone else doing things? Let's come back down here. Stick that in there. Stick that in there. Stick that in there. And lastly, stick that in there. Cool. Hit save, hit save. Awesome. Right, now I've got things to sort. So what do I want to do first? So let's do dots about me slides. Unordered lists dot. Oh no, that's wrong. I want to do that. Align, text align, left. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Okie. Font size 4VH? 4VH, maybe? Yeah-ish. Yeah-ish. Okay. Image. Height. Auto. Height. Oh, no. Even better. Width. Auto. Huh. So why is this image just mahulsive? What did I do here? Image. Copy all of that. So I'm just going to grab it from the last one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of had a bit more love, which is good. I'm going to do a little bit more jazz with that one, but I need to change the line heights here. Do I do that as margin bottom, maybe? Margin bottom 3VH, no, 2VH. Yeah. That can have a lot more room. Okay, here we go. Okay, yep. Looking good. Let's make it a bit smaller. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, awesome. 16 by 9 is like there. That's great. Okay. Now I kind of want to put this in a card. You know? So if I go to... I can't do that one. So I have to do that. And then dot about me slide card. Whoops. Dot card. And then do background color var dash dash card dash blue. See what we get out of that. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of the margin. Save that. Okay. So I'm also going to want to do a border radius. What did I do in the other ones? 2VH. Alright, took time to figure that one out. Cheers. Okay, so below it I'm going to put a H2 and my name, like so, and dot about me slide dot card H2 like so, and then I'm going to tempted to steal one of these, to be honest. Let's steal one of these. Come back here. Now I don't want accent gold. I want dash dash text dash white, like so. That I haven't really done layout on that, so it's just going to sort of appear somewhere. It actually appeared in the right place. I think 8VH is too big. There we go. Now, do I kind of want to inspect this? It's all margin, so I need to set margin to 0. And do it as padding. But I'm going to set the background color as dash dash coral. What did I call it? What did I call it? Accent coral. Accent dash coral. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to set the margin to 0. But I'm going to add padding. To VH. There we go. Okay. Let's see how that's, yeah, it copes well on the resize. There's a little gap just along here. Image. Let's quickly do that. Item card, no. That's fine. There's a bit of margin at the top. There's no margin on the bottom though. There's a gap though. There's a gap. Item card has a gap. Item card. has a gap. Let's flex. Whoops. Let's display flex this. And column line center. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so other weird things have happened. Yeah, actually, that's what I want, funnily enough. Or I might not be, actually, I don't know, but I did actually want something like that. But what else I want is the width of 100%. Yeah, there we go. Bingo. Oh, no, it's too big now. So I need the image to be width of 100%, yeah. Expect that. Why is that going above the boundary? Why is that too big? Yeah, it's too big. Oh, is the padding? Where's padding? Padding. Padding right. So that's a 0. Come on. Okay, there we go. Padding right. No. Padding, please. Yeah, it's the padding. It's the padding. Okay, cool. Right, go to that. So let's go back to here. So I want the padding top and bottom, but not left and right. There we go. See how that changes. Oh, it's got a height issue. It's fine. We'll fix that in a second. But overall, yeah, looking good. Okay, yeah. Yep. Now I do have a height issue. Height auto. And I can... Oh, I've got this here. It's the image, I think, that's pushing it. Let's do 70 VH. Okay, cool. That works a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. So there it looks good. If I do have to get a little bit narrower, that's fine. If I come this way, that's also fine. Okay, cool. All right. About me done. So let's come to task. Hit that. Hit that. Hit save. Hit save. Hit save. We get saving. Okay, slides are looking good. Slides are looking good. I am going to commit and add that staging. Put this in here. About me complete. Commit. Fantastic. So the last thing I'm going to do today, I've kind of done all of these. And I've got to do the sign off. So I'm going to do the sign off page. Create loop list is going to be so difficult. Contemplating whether I should do it or not. But if I do it, I'm going to do it tomorrow because it's getting late and my brain is starting to shut down. And I don't think there's any way that I'm going to get close to figuring out loop list. And just to give you a bit of context, I always have to create these things manually. I don't know if I can do it automatically, but what it looks like is this. Okay. So I need to go here to here to here. But sometimes it's 2 and sometimes it's 4. I must have a 4 around here somewhere. And I just don't know whether it's something that I just do, kind of just do it in Figma and just import it as an image, or do I have a 4 somewhere? I know I have a 4 somewhere. But yeah, it's basically this. Right. Text, 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 arrow between all of them. Put them in a circle. It's a lot of maths. I may not bother doing that. Let's go look at the sign off. Let me drag in a new one, because I've got a feeling I deleted some out of that other one. Assets, presentation. So what is? Hang on. Sorry. Number card 3. Okay. Yeah. That should be. Yep, that's me. Title, card image. Card image? Oh, I never use that one. Text, image, done that one. Chapter start. Singular text, done that. Singular image. Have I done singular? I don't know if I should have done singular image. End card. There we go. Okay, yeah, the thing I'm mostly missing is the QR code. That QR code, just go to my website. Oh, that's just like my... Oh, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. Okay, so there's also other things to fix as well, which is important, which is going to come in very important. So I've got to add my Substack on here as well, which I'm also at chuffed on. Which is going to be interesting. And all these icons as well. I don't remember where I got these icons. I think there's a plugin that I use for Figma to get these icons. Pretty sure that's the case. But I might have to leave this one. If I'm honest. I might have to come back to it, because I'm going to have to figure out all of these icons. I'm going to have to get all of these assets. I'm going to have to come back to it. I think this is it. I think it's coming to the end. It's nearly midnight, to be honest. And I have to do this as well. This image thing here. What I probably have to do is just export a bunch of images and then put it on my website and then serve it from my website. That's probably the best way for me to do it. But yeah, I thought, oh yeah, just do that, just do this, yeah, just do the end card. But no, it's more complicated than that. There's a lot of elements on page here. A lot of elements and a lot of layout. But my brain's not going to do it. My brain's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate you joining me. Please ignore my dirty laundry. Yeah. Again, I'd really appreciate a subscribe, and I'd really appreciate a like on this. And yeah, this project's coming along. I'll probably stick it in a repo if anyone's interested, and share it publicly. But I don't know. It's such a specific use case for me. As you can see, I'm just putting in all of the styling and everything in, just hard coded, because this is very much a tool for me. But it might help somebody who's sort of in a similar place, right, where they're trying to figure out, okay, how can I sort of do the same. This is obviously something I've been thinking about, because people are sort of going in and creating tooling for themselves using AI. Like having a baseline project to start with. You know, what I could do is like create a project with all of the comments in it and just say, look, put that into VS Code or put it into Cursor or whatever, right? And just prompt against this one project, and then you can do all your styling around it. That's a possibility. But again, it's sort of very specific to my use case and how I like things laid out. But yeah, if you are around tomorrow evening, I'll probably be online about the same time. And I'm not sure. I'll probably take on the end card first. And whilst I'm doing that, I can decide, do I want to do the loop list? Because that's going to be difficult, like really difficult. I wouldn't even know how to start that. Would not have a clue how to start that. I feel that would end up with some JavaScript nonsense that I don't want to get involved in. Yeah. Don't know. And it's not that hard to create in Figma, so it might be that I just create in Figma and just export an image and just stick it into my, because I've got a thing which is just an image. So I can just stick it in, be done with it. But apart from that, I hope everyone has a good night. I hope everybody has a good evening, a good night's sleep. And thank you for joining me. I've got 10 viewers right now. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, hopefully catch you in the next one.